Are you in comments?
Not yet, but I will be in a second.
Okay. Hello, all. Happy to see you tonight. This
Hello.
is only for those who are on the replay because there's nobody real here yet. But
There's nobody real here yet. Oh dear. No one real here. Oh dear.
just me and Tanya, nobody real.
Oh my. Oh, that's funny. I'm not sure I'm real. I'm definitely not real tonight.
I'm not feeling as real as normal tonight either. So
Well, I got up early because Mom wanted to go to Margie's, which
yeah.
is the fabric store. So I took Mom to Margie's, and that
Hi,
means that
Patricia. Hi, Juanita. Hi, Cheryl. I mean, Teresa. Sorry, Tanya. Go ahead now.
that's all right. Hello, everybody. So I I was gone most of the day, and poor Jeffrey had to take care of 90% of the stuff that he had to do all by himself today. We're expecting a hard freeze tonight. Okay, now Thanksgiving it was 80. Hi, Candy. It was 80. 80. And tonight it's going to be 26. Today
Oh,
during the day it was 56. That was
wow.
the high. It's just
That's
yeah, it's a real big difference. It just seems like that's a
well. I
little
was
bit.
just thinking y'all might have it worse than us, but um, our high temperature today was 54, and tonight the low is supposed to be 19. So I guess you're not worse off
Oh
than
yeah,
we are.
I was gonna say you're way better off than or way worse off than we are. Um, and Teresa says it's snowing up there,
All
which
right.
she's not that far north of me, which is a little pushing a little snow.
Yeah.
So
Well, I would take some snow. I would take anything that's moisture right now.
well, see, we had really good rain yesterday. Hi, Barbara. Um,
Hi, Barbara.
but it's
Hi,
only going to go to
Candy.
31. Well, that's good. My tomatoes are just starting to really get. Come on, I finally got a tomato off the bush.
Oh,
Yeah. So, and now I'm not. They're gonna die. It's
you
like
have a
okay.
place you could bring them in?
Um, Jeff covered them today. They're
Yeah.
covered with a big old tarp. He covered the whole bed, so everything's covered up with a tarp.
So it
Um,
has a chance. Hi,
yeah. If
Jane.
yeah. Hi, Jane. So if it lives, it lives. If not, oh well.
Yeah. Well, I
That's
know
that's how I
mom
have to look at it.
usually would, of course, she has a basement where she can bring them in, but she would lay newspapers down and dig up the plant or pull up the plant at the roots and just go laying it on the newspapers and let the tomatoes that were already on there ripen up.
Yeah.
And we would have, tomatoes for several months that were better than what you can get at the store, even though they were green, when she pulled it
Right.
all up.
Yeah.
So,
They should
oh,
live through it, Tanya. Mine did this not. This is not as cold here as it has been. Yeah, they should be fine. We're supposed to have 10 days of very cold weather, which is kind of unusual. This early in the year is very unusual.
hi,
So,
Jacqueline. Hi, Holly. Glad y'all are here.
um, guys, I ended up with a whole bunch of papers that are like kind of half printed. So, um, I'm going to do some fiddling, farting, fiddling, and sorry, fiddling around with them.
Hard to use those words not together, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Uh-huh. But I'm just going to, piddle on them and then call it good. But
Well, that
that's
sounds
rather
good.
than starting from scratch. Hi, Karen Sue, and Jacqueline's here, and Cheryl is here, and Holly's here, and Mindy's here, and Nashwa's here. Hello,
Hello.
everyone. Um, Barbara, we're going to painty play today and tomorrow. How about that? Um, we decided we would do not jelly plate tonight, but do paint, and then tomorrow we're going to jelly plate. So that's the plan. Doesn't mean it's going to work, just means it's the plan.
It's the plan. Well, right now, I think I'm just going to scrape some paint across these book pages and see if I can get them to work on the jelly plate tomorrow if they've got a base of something on them.
I was going to do this kind of like a credit card, but I don't know that it's going to work. Well, yeah, it's working. So but I was going through papers so I could send some papers to Jean, and these were ones that just needed that little bit more something. So that's what they're getting tonight. Doesn't mean that, they're going to be good. Just means that they're getting some more layer.
Well, I'm just making a mess, what I'm doing.
Well, I think that's what I'm doing too, but that's beside the point.
I probably shouldn't worry about this getting on the back of the next papers, but.
Oh, yeah, probably shouldn't.
For some reason, I'm worried about that.
Mm-hmm. Guys, if we didn't say hello to everyone. We're really glad you're here.
Yes, we are.
Lisa asked me yesterday if I wanted to come play, and we're going to paint by hand today, and then we're going to paint with the jelly plate tomorrow. So, by the way, did you by any chance pop into Jamie's last night at all? You were kind of busy making a video, I think.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I didn't even know. I wasn't even paying attention to who was on last night. I was trying to get those questions answered in that those videos, and get that done so I wouldn't have to worry about, get it done.
Well, the reason I asked is Jamie has had issues with a couple of jelly plates now, and apparently they've changed the manufacturer, and she is not happy with the new one.
Is it Gel Press or Jelly Art?
Jelly Art.
Because the Gel Press ones, I've known a lot of people have trouble with those.
Yeah. Apparently it's about half the thickness of her original plate.
Oh, goodness.
Okay. And they don't seem to, and it's already getting pitted and stuff like that. So, there's some serious issues with it.
That's not good.
Can you tell I'm just making splotches? This is not what I really started to do. It's not coming out what I kind of had hoped for.
Well, I had hopes of doing really pretty things tonight until I got the call from the car shop, and now I just want to throw paint.
Yeah. Yeah. Do they say it's the same thing?
Well, I tell you what happened. Friday, it overheated, and which I'd never done before, and it started spewing out of a crack in the coolant overflow. What do you call that thing? Tank, I guess.
Okay. Yeah.
And so I could tell that obviously that needed to be replaced, but then today when she called me, she said they had hoped that that would be enough. That was obvious that needed to be done.
Mm-hmm.
But once they got that done and put it up to pressure, they found out that the reason this all happened was because the coolant fans were not
Oh
working.
no.
So they have to replace the coolant fans. And then she said also um, the valves gaskets are leaking, which makes me really angry because that's something that that was supposed to have been fixed by the car dealership while we were having all that mess with them.
Yep.
They told me they replaced all of them,
Mm.
which I just don't see how that could possibly be true if it's like it is. I asked her if there's any way they could prove that that hadn't been done, that they were really old, or that they were not, just a year old. And
Yeah.
she said they would look and see, but she doubted they would be able to prove that.
Mm-hmm.
And but
They still
anyway,
shouldn't. They still shouldn't have been. I hate to tell you this, Lisa, but honestly, it almost sounds like you ought to get a lawyer
well, who,
over
what?
the. Oh well, the car dealership should have done something about that car in the first place. Of course, we have a lemon law here in Florida,
Well, we
so
don't.
yeah,
So, and they would point to the paperwork that says of all these things they did to try and make me happy, you know.
yeah, I know,
And
and
and I
uh,
and and I wondered all along, are you really doing anything?
yeah, or are they just taking it back there and telling you that they're doing it, and
Yeah. Anyway,
yep,
I so anyway, they're now it's being worked on by people I trust at least, but you know, Ethan was like, "Mom, can't we just need to buy a new car, then you don't have to deal with all this." I was like, "Well, because of all this, we can't afford to buy a new car. We
that's
bought a
right,
used car in the first place because it was more cost effective, supposedly.
yeah,
Um, and when you looked at the maintenance records on this vehicle, it looked like it had been really well maintained.
mm-hmm,
But you know what the dealership could see under the hood, I don't know because they washed the engine.
yep, mm-hmm.
So you have no idea what they could have seen and just washed the engine so it would look good.
That's better. At least has more layers and more
Oh
stuff
yeah, I like
on
it.
them. I want to answer Barbara's question. Yes, Barbara, she is because Jelly Arts sent her the plate. That's the big thing about it is that she had problems with the first one um, that she got, and they replaced it with a new one, and this is the new one they replaced it with. So, hi, Malaya. Guys, we're really glad you're here.
Yes, we are. And let's talk about something happy.
Okay. Well, my mommy was happy today. She was a
Yay.
little she was a little stumbly, but she was happy.
Good. Well, happy's good.
Yeah, she tried to fall down twice. I'm
Oh
like,
no.
okay, Mom, that's enough. The next
No.
door neighbor was out when I got her home, and asked me, and I asked him if he had noticed it at all because I'm not around her all the time, and
Right.
he said no, but he doesn't see her, and she's not walking the driveway. She had been walking the driveway, um, and she's,
Which
I
makes you
guess,
think she feels a little less stable.
right. And I'm like, and he said maybe he said, was she using her cane? And I said, yep. Um, but uh, we may have to start taking the walker.
Yeah.
So I think I'm just making a bigger mess.
Okay, good. You fit right in with what I'm doing. Just making a mess. It's a pretty mess, but it's a mess.
Are you seeing Teresa's comment?
Oh, I didn't know.
Jelly Arts makes a student plate that is thinner than the regular plate. I wonder if they are making all the plates that size now. Candy, I don't know because you would have thought that they would have replaced Jamie's plate with a quality plate, and apparently they started manufacturing them somewhere else, and they're just not um, the same kind of quality. So that's
And
just not a
Teresa,
good
my
thing.
car wasn't new. I know they have a lemon law for new cars, but my car was not new. It was a used car
Yeah, and that
that I
doesn't.
bought that was supposed to be certified, had gone over and in good shape before I bought it. But anyway,
But it's apparently not.
apparently not.
So okay, here's the rub. I do not want to put my finger in that mess. I don't like putting my finger in there. So what do we got? What do we got? Let's see. Have we got any plastic in there? What is that? That's a plastic bag. That's what we'll use. We'll use this piece of plastic bag.
Think I've been laying these down over here and I'm kind of stacking them, but I think I need to hang them up because
Yeah, that doesn't dry as fast as it does when you have it on the jelly plate.
no, it doesn't. And I can tell that uh, even with the credit card, it's still.
Oh, yeah. Okay. We're going to use our wonderful new till. Instructor Barbara is helping you out. Let me see. Stencils. Oh, stencils? Barbara, I hate stencils with paint. I just really hate stencils with paint. So this time I'm going to do this. Then maybe I'll get some stencils out. I'm just terrible with stencils is the deal. Barbara says she ought to be doing it herself. Well, I'll tell you what, you can come over here and you can just fix all of these up a little bit.
Just stencil to your little heart's content.
Well, part of it is that I'm not real excited about a lot of the stencils that I have. That's part of the problem. I need to make myself some things that I really like, or go ahead and get some that I really like, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And part of that is because I'm not very good with stencils. I'm not really into stencils. That one might have to have a little more something later because it looks kind of funky. All right, let's see what we can do with a stencil. Let's find a stencil.
Well, I'm doing a really good job on me.
Oh, well, that's a good thing. Oh. Mm-hmm.
Not so great on the paper, baby, but
Don't use paint. Did I say that? Use your ink pads. Yeah, the problem is that I had already gotten that piece wet. So let's see. Okay, those are all alphabets, I think. Let's see what we got. What do we got? What do we got? No, we can use this one. This one's always good. What are these? Maybe something in here would be good. No, this is numbers. Maybe numbers would be fun.
Numbers sounds good.
Mm-hmm. There's numbers. Here's a little alphabet. Oh, there's little numbers. There's little numbers. Big numbers, little numbers. Okay, we'll try these four. So she's grabbing it by a handful and throwing it down. Hi, Mike. Right, little special. She did, didn't she? What did I say? She wanted to throw some paint. Yeah, Lisa's throwing paint. That's what Lisa said. She wanted to throw paint. So she is making a mess, which, you know, she's allowed to make a mess. Okay, so
got my
let's see.
spinning wheel put back together today. Hannah had cleaned it and oiled it. And
okay, so that's not going to work.
So I was spending a few minutes plying some yarn before I came out here. So I had to leave the spinning wheel in the living room with the yarn slung across, about halfway across the living room to the Lazy Kate, because I didn't get it finished before I came out here.
Oh, well.
My poor sweet hubby hadn't come home from work yet, so that's what he gets to come home to.
Oh, all right.
Luckily, he loves me.
Yeah, I figure that mine must really love me too, with the way he puts up with the mess I make. It's one of the reasons we went to Margie's today was to pick up packing stuff. I thought she had brown paper, but she had oh, what do you call that stuff? Bubble wrap.
Ah.
So Lisa's in her own studio, yeah. Barbara, people are making art out of discarded dogs. That would be those pieces of paper, Holly, that you just can't stand. Bye, Teresa. That's what she's talking about.
Bye, Teresa. Hi, Mike.
Okay.
If I've missed somebody else, I'm glad you're here.
Oh, I'm sure we have. They came in and we just weren't paying attention. How's that, Barbara? Am I using stencils? That's not too bad. I think it's a big number right over there. Let's see. Do I have another one of those things? Yeah. Oh, well, that's good to know. Yes, they're taking those abandoned jelly prints and giving them to another for transfer. Jean actually said she was going to set up a swap like that, or not a swap so much, but as like a collaboration like that we would each send a bunch of papers and we would film what we did with them. I guess she's just kind of had her busy self.
Yep.
3 added girls. Barbara says I get added girls. Okay.
One thing about these book pages is that they curl up like crazy.
Yeah.
Paint on one side.
Okay, and I've got a book paper over here I'm using for my uh
Hello, Angela. We're glad you're.
palette.
Hi, Jean.
Yeah.
Well,
And it's lifting the paper off the page. It's like, okay, that's good. I like it. I'm happy. The other thing is these are not going to dry as fast as jelly plates, so jelly prints. So I'm going to have to be more careful and not throw them on top of one another.
yeah. Um,
Jean says she just needs to figure out the details. Okay.
well, we weren't trying to rush you,
No, we weren't. We were just giving you a hard time, which is,
but we'll be happy to play when you're ready.
yeah, that's my standard, you know. If I don't give Lisa a hard time, then I have to give someone else a hard time. That's just the way it works. So
She's being gentle with me tonight because
I can't.
traumatized.
Yeah, she's traumatized, so I can't really give her a hard time. What? Oh, Lisa, do you want to explain DAFI? Because you might know the letters and what it means. I'm not sure of what the letters mean. I know what it does.
DAFI, Mike, is the Disabled Artist Foundation Incorporated.
Incorporated. That's what the I's for.
Yeah, and it's a nonprofit organization that where they give art supplies to people who need help buying them, that just can't afford to buy them for themselves. And they do fundraisers to raise the money so they can do this. And they also send out a lot of kits and things, and do videos to show the people that are the hardest. They call them hardest, HARTIST, hardest. They do videos to show them how to use these different kits so that they are giving them not just supplies, but ideas and inspiration. And they need painty papers for some of these things they're going to send out.
Jean might be able to answer what she's going to put them in and
yeah,
do with them.
Jean knows about that. We just know they needed papers. And when we talked to Kara about it, she said she liked to have painty papers that were on all different kinds of paper, not just like on copy paper. That's why I'm working on some book pages, and I'm going to do some of these out of this cookbook and some newspaper, because one of the things Kara mentioned was that she liked painty paper on newspaper. So, yes, for Kara Hart. That's right. Hi, Joy. We're glad you're here.
Hi, Joy. And these were papers that were in my pile that were not really finished. So, since we're painting by hand tonight, I'm just kind of adding another layer to them. That doesn't mean they'll be finished. That just means that they'll have another something something on them, and that's, you know, good enough for me. I'm happy with that. We're going to jelly plate tomorrow at 2, my channel, which means if I don't finish this pile of papers, I'll probably still work on it, but I've also got other paper here. I actually got out some of, let me pull it out and show it to you.
Ooh,
I'm actually
that one's pretty.
Yeah. Oh, that is pretty.
I haven't been very excited about the others, but I know they're just, layers, so I wasn't worried about it. Pretty.
This is pattern paper, but it's a different kind of pattern paper there at the bottom. It's right here. And so I'm going to actually paint on the pattern side of it. You like this one? Big blue numbers, and yeah, I think it's done, Barbara. Jean says all materials are welcome. Yes. Mm-hmm. And So we thought we'd spend tonight painting by hand, and they're going to go in the hardest kits we sell in the auction, and many other fun things. So, Jean, since you're here, did you do a kit for like a little journal like this? Did you do a kit for that?
If you haven't, you should.
Yes, if you haven't, you should. Most definitely.
Okay, I'm about to be through working on these papers. I have a million left, but I think I'm getting
okay.
bored.
Well, and you know how when something is just really ugly, you have to just cover it up. That's what's going to happen to this one.
All righty.
So.
Thanks,
Not
Barbara.
yet. Not yet. Well, you should have painty papers that will that maybe will inspire.
Boy, it's funny how much that copper just disappeared on that one, except you can see the sheen.
Huh. Was that a black piece of paper?
No, it's this Midnight Dream paint that I mixed with the it's a green, actually. It looks kind of black on here, but it's a green, dark greenish bluish green or whatever paint.
Barbara, you liked this one before I started making a mess on it? Okay. Well, too late now. Sorry about that. Too late. Who do you contact to donate something to DAFI or for hardest kits? Janice, Jean, right there, Jean Peter, artist, Jean Peter. Jean, Lisa, do you know if Jean has a wrench so she can put in her link, or could
I don't know. Holly does. I know Holly's here and she has a wrench.
I think Holly went to get dinner or food.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to tell you that for sure, but
I'm not looking. Let me go over to
okay.
Let me go over to the video, the stream, and give her a wrench, since maybe I can do it from there. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, Barbara, maybe we'll like it after I'm done. We'll see. Because that's going to have to dry before I can do anything more to it.
Okay, Barbara, Jean, if you would say something real quick, let me make sure that worked. I just made you a moderator so you can put links in for DAFI.
Yeah, and for yourself to get stuff for the kits and things. Okay, I'm liking that, but it's going to have to dry. So that's the second one that's got to dry. Okay, you get dry. Oh,
Holly did find Jean's link and put in there, but I still would like to know if
and Lori must have had Lori too is, and I didn't know Lori was here. Malaya's here. Anyways, guys, hello everybody. We're glad you're here.
Okay, there's Jean put in a link that's specifically an email where you can go and get the information you need in order to no, is it? Yeah, it's an email, isn't it? I think so.
Well, but also an email to Jean so that you can get a link to send her donations.
Oh, you are. Mike says you're supposed to be able to do it from StreamYard now. So let me look.
Well, yeah, you might be able to. I don't know.
Wow, cool. Thank you, Mike.
You could?
Yeah.
You found a spot? Okay.
Oh, wait. I'm not in StreamYard. I'm still on YouTube. Let me get out of YouTube and look in StreamYard.
Okay. All right.
Nope, it just says put user in timeout or block user. So I still can't do it in StreamYard. Oh, Mike, you got me all excited for nothing.
Well, and you have an actual account, an actual thing now, so you should have been able to.
Well, unless I don't know what I'm doing. Wait just a minute. Let me. Nope. It just says put user in timeout or block user.
Okay. Hello, Norma.
Hi, Norma. Glad you're here.
And guys, we know we have missed people coming in, so we're just glad you're all here. We're just very glad.
Jean says it's a pro box, so you have to be paying more money than we're paying.
Oh, okay. Because we just have, what is that?
Whatever their newest cheap one is.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's called. Basic? No, I don't know what it's called.
It's not free anymore, but it's not fancy.
Yeah.
So.
Hi, Melissa. We're glad you're here.
Okay.
I like it.
No, I meant down my fingers.
Oh. Well, you got a ways to go to catch up.
Yeah, well, usually I'm the one that's really nasty, so. Okay.
These cookbook pages are glossy, so they're not wanting to hold the paint as good. So I may have to do a couple of layers on them to get them to
do anything. Oh, I have on 3 sweatshirts, and it's very hard to keep your sleeves up when you have on that many sweatshirts.
I bet.
I finally turned the heat on, but I haven't been home that long, so it was kind of like, okay.
Probably should clean this.
Lori says, yes, been well. Behaving? Let me think about it. Nope. I was going to say, if we were to behave, we'd be in serious trouble, I think. Part of it might be these paints, you know. I love the texture they give you, but I do not like how they work.
What paint is it you're using?
Partially because I want to use them because they're getting thick and nasty.
Yeah. I have never had any of those, so I don't know.
Well, I got them on clearance, and because somebody had used them on some painty paper that I got, and I just loved how it feels, you know, the
paper itself afterwards.
Yeah, the paper just feels wonderful afterwards, and then realized that no, I don't like how this paint functions, and they dry out real fast in these jars. I know they don't put them in the jars anymore because of that, but okay.
Barbara,
that's not bad.
They're all thick and nasty too, they said.
What? Mine get all thick and nasty too? Yep.
Okay, I think I'm going to paint with a brush.
Too.
Better on here.
I kind of like that one. It's okay.
Yep.
It's better than it was. Now then. I, don't like to paint with my fingers, so. Oh, where's a brush? Oh. Except that the black one, thick and nasty, became just the right texture to use through a screen. Oh. Yeah, probably should have, Mike. These were real liquidy when you got them, and wax paper also works, but then you have that nasty paper, so it's like, well, I'm just going to use them thick and nasty and not get any more. That will be the ultimate thing, is that I won't get any more. So now, see, another thing about these papers, Lisa, these are from different times. This is like, that's what the page is. It's kind of like thick newsprint paper. Bubble wrap, Tanya. Paint on the bubble wrap. Okay. Hi, Judy. Okay, Barbara, as soon as I put on, now that I've put the pink circles on, I got to kind of keep going with the pink circles. I kind of like circles too, so we'll put some bubble wrap on there. I got bubble wrap out before I sat down. I gotta go tell Jeff to turn the furnace down. Oh, I got it too warm. Can you imagine that? And if Lisa, you're talking, I can't hear you.
It's because I'm coughing.
Okay.
So I've got it blocked. So I'm not talking. I don't want you to hear me.
All right. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah. Would you go turn the furnace down? It's too warm. Okay. That's fine. Yeah, I don't know why 70 felt so much too warm when it was, feeling so cold earlier. Okay, bubble wrap. Paint on the bubble wrap. Paint on the bubble wrap. Like newsprint. Yeah, it's kind of like newsprint, Barbara, but it's a little thicker. Yeah, Judy, and I just want to use it, make it go away. I tried to use it on the jelly plate one day, and okay, that piece of bubble wrap is so stiff. Oh, sorry guys, you get to look at my back. Oh. Okay.
Look at these papers.
Okay. Hi, Deborah. I would say that's that's one of the reasons why it sticks to the jelly plate.
Yeah. Anyway.
I think this one deserves some lime green. It's got some lime green in it already, so we'll get out some lime green. Susan's here. Hi, Susan. Hi, Susan. Okay.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, Judy, I have been. If I hadn't have gotten them on clearance, I would have been very unhappy. Um, okay, this needs something. So we're just gonna. Lisa, did you get a chance to watch Shannon's video?
I watched quite a bit of it. I didn't watch the entire thing, but enough
I
to kind
just
of see what she was doing.
yeah, I tried it this afternoon, and boy, I didn't. Janet's got it down. I did not do well with it.
Well, I don't have any water soluble oil pastels. If I
Well,
did, I think I would try it because I really liked what she did with those. I didn't care as much about the other.
well, just the water was kind of cool. I thought. I don't know. That needs something still, but it's getting stopped because it's too wet to do anything with.
Okay. Put my
Hmm,
fingerprints all over that one.
that's kind of cool.
Since it won't lay flat for me, I just beat it.
There you
But it's
go.
still curling up, so.
She's doing. She definitely is doing that. What do you call that? Uh, uh, throwing paint thing that she wanted to
Yeah.
do, guys. She's throwing paint. I can see it.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, now that's kind of cool where the paint is mixed together
Yeah.
on the bubble wrap. I kind of like that. It's like little. You like the bubble wrap on it? Okay. I do too. I like the bubble wrap on this one. I especially like how, because I got more than one color on the bubble wrap, it's coming up kind of cool. Okay. She's cheating. She's using a brush. I can see that brush doing.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Wasn't really excited about the credit card thing. I quit on that.
Yeah, me neither. So okay, so let's see here. Let's get out some lime green.
I wondered if pages like this
Mm-hmm.
would do that method.
From a book, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I don't know. Um,
I don't know either.
okay. Green and some turquoise together. Barbara says she likes that too. Nice accident. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if it was an accident or if it was just that I didn't care.
Either way.
Okay. All right. You know what? I think we will put out. We're going to have mud before I'm done here. Which is okay because Lisa sometimes uses um, brown paint, and I just love when she does it. It makes it look so cool and old and grungy, and I almost never use brown paint. So okay, so I'm kind of doing it on purpose now. Okay.
Okay.
We'll see what happens. All right. See, let me put it over here. See my palette?
Oh, yeah.
So we'll see what happens. Uh-oh.
No, I'm
Kind of
playing
like it.
too.
Kind of like it. Kind of like it. It's not really bubble wrappy right this minute because I got too much paint on the palette, but it's kind of funky.
At least your fingers won't look stained brown now. That's
I
what
cut
Susan
my
said.
I cut my fingernails as close as I could to get rid of them, but I started to buy a bottle of that liquid glove stuff today,
Yeah.
but it was kind of pricey, so I decided against it. We'll see. I'll see if I can order it somewhere else or get it like at Joann's with a coupon, maybe. You know.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm kind of liking this now. Yep.
Yep. She's happy.
I'm happy. At least Tanya's fingers won't look stained brown. Yeah, that's right. Uh-huh. You saw artists
Hi,
spray it
Riri.
with
Hi, Kathy.
water. You mean the paint, Nashua, or a picture of some
Hi,
sort?
Deborah.
Hello, everyone. Blanket hellos. I did bring myself a rag to the table to wipe my hands up a little bit once in a while.
I'm proud of you. I did not.
Yeah, well, when I went to wash my brush bowl out, I picked up the rag because I didn't know what I would do, and my rag had turned. I'll show it to you. It's kind of like that's my rag. It's so hard. The paint, spray the paint with water. Yeah, that probably would be fun. This one's dry enough to put some lime green on, so we're going to put some lime green circles on it. Which actually has a little bit of red mixed into it because of where I squashed all my paints together. Good enough. I'm happier now.
Okay, good.
Okay. Yep.
Maybe I should be painting on some of them on the picture.
Okay, Kathy. Kathy's going to work and lurk. Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, Kathy. Thanks for letting us know you're here.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, this one too. I think this one's going to get lime green circles. I must be in a lime green circle mood.
Well, lime green circles sound good to me. I'm gonna do a few more backgrounds and then
maybe
I'm
do
try to
something
do
else
something
with
on them.
it. Uh-huh.
Oh.
I think these would be cool torn up in Jean's technique for the little book.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not like you're going to use the whole piece of paper. I probably wouldn't use the whole piece of paper as a whole anyways.
Yeah.
Well, I may have to get out some more papers to lay things on, though. Okay, where's my bubble wrap? This definitely needs some mixy up red yucky stuff. Red and turquoise, making it purple. Okay, that one will get more later. It's funky. That's okay. I don't mind funky.
I should have one of those deli prints down under my papers. And then I would be painting onto something that's going to keep it instead of this mat.
Barbara said she just tried that. Hi, Janet. I didn't realize you were even here. I'm sorry. I'm glad everybody is here.
Glad you're here.
I just tried the Shannon technique with a baby wipe on the color she wanted to remove, and it dulled up pretty quickly. I didn't get much chance to try it today, but I just made a mess is all I made, which is, not uncommon, and that seems to be what's happening here tonight anyway, so. Okay. Okay. That one, let it dry over there so we can add to it. Oh, that's cool. That might be. Okay. I need some black paint now. Black paint. Okay, come on, black paint. Squash out there. Now then. Oh, I know I had a pencil here that I had ruined already.
Okay, look at this. This is how much paint I have on my hand.
Yep. Oh, come here, pencil. Just because you're the one I want, you are going to go out the back of the tray, right? Yeah. Okay. Pencil already ruined with paint on the eraser. Yep.
Well, I thought.
Oh, all she found on her shelf was a quilt magazine, so she mooshed up the colors on a half a quilt to see what it would do. And Nashua is passive painting. If you get it watery, you can drop some of your very precious alcohol on it. Well, and it all depends on the paper and the ink that's on the paper, and and how much is in the.
And it probably depends on what kind of baby wipes you have too. If you're using a baby wipe rather than.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
It's taking color off, but it's not mixing it around.
Yeah. Okay. I think we got this here. I think it's done. That one's done. Okay, Susan just said, when I saw Shannon do that, it made me wonder if we sort of soaked the magazine page with a baby wipe before gel printing on it, what it would do, kind of
I
thing.
tear up. I could be wrong, but
Mm-hmm. Okay, my palette is getting kind of nasty, so we're going to squish it around with the credit card and let it get dry so that
I decided I just can't stand it anymore. I have to get rid of some of this. I got more paint on my hands than I do when I'm painting with my fingers.
uh-huh. And this was just a big book page, so it was one of those things where if I put paint down on the book paper, then I can use it later as a background. But now it's very brown. And it's going to take forever to dry, so I need to put it somewhere. Okay.
Ooh, I like that.
You like this?
Yeah, it's got some depth, oranges and yellows underneath it.
Yeah, it's brown, but it's
But it's
different
not just
colors.
brown.
No, it's not. Mm-mm. So, but it'll take a while to dry, and then I'll have to do something over top of it.
Yeah.
But there
Some
again,
leaves would be great.
yes. If we jelly print tomorrow, I can always use it as a base layer for jelly print
True.
to go into the gel plate. It would help the image to go into the gel plate. It might. I don't know, Susan.
Well,
I
when
may
I
have to.
did image transfers on the jelly plate from magazines, I put the black paint down on the jelly plate and then just put the image down. And some paints worked better than others, and a lighter coat worked better than a thicker coat. Um, but it's kind of you never know what you're going to get, at least in my experience. I only did it one time really because I couldn't figure out what I was going to do with those pages. And so I just never
Mm-hmm.
did it again.
Yeah, to have the other image on it just probably wouldn't be my, my favorite kind of thing to do with them.
Okay, my brain is already tired.
Uh-oh.
Um, but I'm just doing backgrounds, so
Maybe just get some bubble wrap and paint bubbles on there.
maybe
And and that way, if you go over it later, it'll have little bubbles here and there, and maybe that will make you happy. And if it doesn't, it's not a big deal because you won't have lost,
That's true.
Okay, I need. I may have to enlist Jeffrey's help to move all these prints to the dining room table because they're not like jelly prints. They're not going to dry like.
Yeah.
You know.
That is one thing about the jelly prints is that
they dry real fast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Susan says she paints rocks kind of like I was scraping the kind of like what the stuff I was scraping.
I actually want pieces that are not whole jelly plate size because I just want to dab it on.
Oh yeah, yeah.
For the longest time, all I had was regular size bubble wrap. Now I have the big stuff and the teeny stuff and no regular size. It's like, well, that's ridiculous. I know I have some around here. I just can't find it. Oh well, we'll just use these. So are you just using a piece of paper as a palette?
Yep.
How are you? Okay. How are you getting your bubble wrap, Painty?
Oh, I just squished it all over the palette, all over the here, I'll show you. Just a minute. I just took the bubble wrap like this and dabbed it in there like that. Just dabbed it. Oh, that's really nasty. I don't like that anyways. So we'll just bubble wrap it to death. Oh, and now I've got too much paint on my bubble wrap. That's all right. But yeah, it's kind of slick paper, and I just was oh, that's that bigger bubble wrap.
Yeah.
And I figured I would just spread the paint around once I had used the paper, you know, reasonably, and it would just be background stuff. Okay, now this is really interesting. That black paint is not going through the stencil very well. Or either that or it doesn't look like it, but it really is. Okay. Of course, it's picking up the other paint because the other paint wasn't dry. Yeah, Tanya, you're just, you know. Okay. They got very quiet. Did you notice that?
I did notice that.
They got very quiet.
I always said I came here for painty paper. It's not a mess.
That's probably what they're saying. They're going, I've never seen these two make such a mess before. That's what they're saying. They're going, what are they doing tonight? They're going, yeah. Okay.
Okay, well, there's a bunch of bubble wrap all over it.
There you go. Jeffrey, are you getting up?
One more layer, Nashua says. Okay.
Yeah, one more layer. Are you getting up, Jeff? He's not answering me. So he must be watching or doing something.
Susan evidently doesn't have anything to say because she just says yammer, yammer, blah, 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 yakety yak, chitter chat.
Okay.
Trying to make us feel better.
I guess so. I guess so. She's like, okay. Yeah, they're telling
I'll give them something.
They're telling the truth, but we're just not going to tell them that they're telling the truth. That's what I'm saying. Uh-huh.
Okay, now I've got a real mess. That's beautimous.
Oh, that's really a good one, Lisa. Oh dear. Oh no. Oh dear. Uh-oh.
Now, if I cut some fall leaves out of that, it would look really pretty, but.
That's right. That's right. See, so that's the thing, is that you have to realize that it's all relative in what you're looking at.
Hi, Lisa. We're glad you're here. We're making messes.
We're making very large messes tonight. We're not accomplishing very much. I guess we're out of our element or something. I don't know.
Yeah. We do too much on the jelly plate, and we're like, oh, what do I do when I'm not on the jelly plate?
Yeah, that's kind of it. It's like, okay, we're supposed to know what we're doing. Ha ha ha.
Well, I have never once ever claimed to be an expert at anything. So if people somehow think they're coming here for expertise, then they probably have already left.
Okay, well, I'm going to make a very big claim right now then. I am a really big expert at making an entire house look like a hoarder house. I mean, really, I'm really good at that. I'm pretty much expert at that.
Oh, well, unfortunately, I'm pretty good at that too, but I really didn't want to talk about that.
Okay, all right, that needs some pink. It just does. Need some pink.
Lisa says, Tanya, throw some orange at that.
Some orange at it? Okay.
Okay, so here's a couple of
Part of the problem is I don't have
mushed
really
together
great
backgrounds.
orange. Oh, yeah. Okay.
And then let's see if we can.
Let's get the paint out of our paintbrush. Ouch. That paintbrush just bit me.
Oh, no.
Well, the paint's coming off, and it scratched my hand where the paint got into my hand, you know. Okay,
Yeah.
so some orange at this one. All right, orange. Orange is tough because it's not a color I like. But it's all right.
Okay, I'm going to let both of those be a base of something. So
This looks like green eggs and ham or something, you know. That's
oh, well, glad that you mention it.
Yep. Okay.
Okay. Oh. 1, 2, 3.
Jean, if you get some of these and you really think they're ugly, just paint over.
That's what I was going to, or throw them away or something. You don't have to use them.
Yeah, just paint over them. Okay, so we have this one that's got some orange background undertones. So we're gonna do some stuffs with it.
I'm gonna I really do have some regular old bubble wrap somewhere. I was gonna say I'm gonna run in the house for a minute and see
And
if I
look,
can find some, but
okay. Well, I have
I
some
think
right here, but I can't give it to you because you're too far away.
I know. We need a transporter.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Oh, sushi. Nashua says it looks like sushi. Okay. Well, it is kind of like sushi. Orange with yellow. Yeah, it's mixing with the. Yeah, the colors are just kind of mixing together on that one. It's wet, so when you're painting something wet on wet, it does that kind of thing. So. And that's okay. Lisa and I said we were just going to make a mess tonight. That was the point. Sometimes it's good just to play and make a mess. Sometimes. Oh, Lisa, and here I am putting lime green on it. It's actually lime green. It may look yellow on your screen, but it's actually lime green. Where'd my pencil go? There it is. All right. I'm a success? Okay. Oh, at making them. I bet you she's talking about at my ability to make a total mess out of my house. Yep. 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 It took a lot of years to learn how to do that, Susan. Like 2. Uh, Susan, it was so funny. When we got this house, Jeff told me I could do anything I wanted as far as decorating because I've always decorated our houses to sell them because we knew we wouldn't be in them very long. So I've always decorated the house to sell it,
Okay.
which means basically white paint. What'd you say?
I said, okay, I'm back.
Okay. Basically it means white paint, that kind of thing. Neutral colors. Jeff said I could do anything I wanted. I could art up this house as much as I wanted to do. And I painted all the walls blue white. I mean, it's white, but it's got that blue tint. Yes,
She
Lisa,
could do
he
anything.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I cut up the kitchen floor.
Well, yeah, but
So,
that was a gorgeous idea.
um, so, but I'm not done. I told Mom though it was my intention to put giant bright colored paintings all over the house, but I just haven't done it yet. I don't know. I don't think I want to do a lot to that one. I kind of like how the background shows through it.
Yeah, I like it.
They're just part of Susan. But yes, Lisa, he does go nuts. He's a very neat person. It bothers him. Okay, let's see here. And I think we're going to stencil on this where'd this go? Okay, where's my Sharon's here. Hi, Sharon.
Hi, Sharon.
That looks very fall leaf-like, too.
Yeah, it does. Well, I had to give my hubby the good news about.
Oh. Oh, so he's going to have a bad night now, too.
Yeah, share the joy.
Yeah, I don't know. The car you gave away might have been a better choice to have kept.
I'm sure it was. It would have been a better choice to keep. It would have. I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, I'll try to not talk about it. I'm sorry.
Of course, at that time, I thought I had this one all fixed.
Yeah, I know.
And we were trying to be helpful.
I know. And I'm sure you were. Well, and Susan, I'm having a problem. Everything I've put, we have plaster walls, so I can't put a nail or anything into the wall. And everything I've used so far, the pictures, we had one fall off in the middle of the night again the other night. I swear Jeff jumped about 3 feet off the bed. What was that? I'm like, well, I think it was a picture falling in the hallway. It was just the sound that it made. What's really interesting is they all have glass in them, and none of them have broken so far, knock on wood.
Well, that's good at least.
Yeah, so far. It's been, they have just behaved themselves, so. Well, that doesn't show up very much. That's okay. Maybe some orange would be good on this one too. Maybe we'll. No, I want some of this turquoise. I want alien tape as seen on TV. I'm just wondering if it really works, Sharon. Okay, Susan, that sounds good. Let me know if it works. Part of the problem, because I've used a lot of command, I mean, like an 8x10 frame has got like 2 or 3 command strips on it. They're not working because the wall has that little bit of texture from the plaster. That little tiny bit of texture, and then it doesn't Doesn't seem to work. So Lisa keeps telling me yellow. She doesn't realize that I don't think I have yellow in this tray. Yeah, there might be some over there. Lisa, I'm sorry. I just really have a thing. I almost never use yellow unless I'm mixing it with red to make orange.
She likes yellow, I guess.
I think she does.
Of course, it does really pop on top of other things. So
yes, I know, and I really should use yellow, but
it says it holds bricks. She said.
That's says it holds bricks. Okay,
I've watched those videos and wondered about that, but I haven't ever had the courage to go ahead and buy it. Hi, Dana.
Yeah, honestly, you cannot put a nail in one of these walls. If you do, you chip plaster out. So, and that is something that I just don't dare try. I think he might disown me for that kind of stuff. Although I'd probably let him do it, and then it would be all his fault, right?
There you go.
Mm-hmm. There we go. That's a little better. Yeah, that's okay. I think I can live with that. It's got a cool background behind it, too. Probably wallpaper. Oh, this one's a blank slate. It's got nothing. Okay, but we've got this jelly plate one. And well, if you have a chipped plaster, you're going to hang a picture anyhow. There you go, Susan. Oh dear, the molly hooks in the brackets. Yep, that one is very bright, and you really should have had a piece of paper on your table to
I know.
soak up all that paint that's going to.
I really should.
Uh-huh.
Really should. Oh.
Lisa, that's the problem, though. This house does not have lattice board. It has chicken wire. That's what's really interesting. We took out a big old hole in the wall. It's the strangest thing. It has like 1 inch thick what looks like drywall but isn't. It's actually a plaster board, and then over that is another 1/2 inch layer of plaster, but there's chicken wire in it. It's just kind of odd.
The things they don't tell you when you buy it.
Well, it's an older Southern construction type method. Yeah. So
well, I have no idea what is. I know we have plaster walls, but what they're hanging on, I have no idea. And whoever had it before my grandparents, when they didn't repair the plaster when they had problems, they just put paneling all up over the whole house.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So we're afraid to take down the paneling because we have no idea what would be behind it.
Well, and it could have layers and layers of wallpaper on it just because,
It could. It could. So we just painted it and left it there.
Yep, there you go. Now, my studio's all pine paneling. It's tongue and groove, though, so.
Yeah, that's different.
Yeah.
This was
But
not that.
yeah,
This was the ugly stuff.
it's even got pine paneling on the ceiling.
I had
Take the plaster off and use the wire. Holly says, okay.
a friend who had a room that was they used it as a music room. It had piano and stuff in it that was like that. It had tongue and groove paneling all over it, including the ceiling, and it was right
Hmm.
smack dab in the middle of the house. It was
That's
really
interesting.
strange. It had windows going out to a patio type area that was enclosed, like a living area. And other than that, it just had a door on one wall, and it was just like smack in the middle of the of the house. It was
Of the house.
very odd.
This wasn't totally dry. um, what was I going to say? Oh, the laundry room's got this pine paneling on the ceiling too. Ours had wallpaper over unpainted plaster. They even painted the wallpaper. Woo! Um, I think there was paneling in one room of the house we had in Rochester. I remember orange carpet. I can't honestly remember whether or not the paneling was there.
Yeah. When my mom and dad bought the house that my mom still lives in, I was 3 years old, maybe
Mm.
maybe four. Anyway, it had mauve wool carpet throughout the house
Mm-hmm.
that had been there since the 20s when it was built.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom waited years and years for that carpet to wear out so she could get something new.
And it didn't.
No, I think I was an adult before she got new carpet. I'd already moved out. It
Yeah.
just would not wear out.
When Dad bought the farmhouse in Michigan, um, it's in a little town called Montrose in Michigan, and it had been in his family for well over 100 years when he bought it from another family member, and it had kind of a maroon wool carpet,
Yeah.
and it was in such good condition that Dad wanted new carpet put in there. And so when the carpet guy came out, he looked at it and he said, well, what we're going to do is, instead of taking this out and putting carpet pad down, I want you to have it cleaned, and we're just going to use it as the carpet pad because it was in such good condition. I kind of like that one. It's kind of weird, but I kind of like it.
I like it.
Hi, Sherry.
It needs some black circles.
I think so too. It needs some black dots, though, doesn't it, instead of circles?
Yes. Yeah, do dots. That would be good. Even better. Even
Hmm.
better.
Yeah.
Even better.
Yeah, I think it needs black dots.
Okay.
Hmm.
I think I've bubble wrapped myself out.
Okay, see? Uh-huh. That's always, And I told Jeff to turn the heat back down, and then I took off a sweatshirt, and now I'm cold again.
Now you're cold.
Yeah, it's like one of those things. It's just hot, it's cold. It's hot, it's cold.
Oh, okay. Hi, Lisa. I'm sorry. I just noticed you were here. Please forgive me.
I think she's been here a little while.
I know I have been bad. I've been looking at my bubble wrap and not paying attention to the chat. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna have to go move painty papers around, I'm afraid, because these do not dry really fast. But look at the black dots. It's making it perfect.
Yep, I'm loving it. Lisa says she's doing some messy papers with watercolor.
Ooh, cool. I didn't realize how many, partially finished pages or pages that I wasn't completely happy with were in my pile. So
Yeah.
this was a really good way to take care of that problem. So, but I am going to have, I'm out of space that I can reach to lay these down. So I'm going to have to move some. So I'll be back in a minute.
All right.
I'll leave that one where it's pretty. And no, I'll put this one over there because this has got to have something else added to it. I don't know what yet, but something. Although I don't know. I kind of like it is.
I like it like it is.
Yeah, I think we'll leave it like it is. So,
but you can leave it sitting there to be pretty.
Okay, I'll leave it sitting there to be pretty.
I'm glad you were a lot younger then too, Lisa, because that sounds like a lot of work. A lot of work. But I bet it was well worth it.
It kind of sounds like Jeffrey trying to do these floors. He took all 1,700 square feet of hardwood down to the raw wood.
I did one little room when I was 20 years old. I was like, that's the last time I'm doing that. Of course, I didn't know what I was doing. I'm sure he did a better job because he knew what he was doing. But man, that was hard. And then refinishing them, was equally hard. Ooh, I think I'm liking that.
Well, okay. The refinishing them, we have learned a big trick. It's the product you use.
Yeah.
He uses this stuff called Varathane. It's a water-based stuff, so it doesn't stink as bad, and it's self-leveling.
Oh,
and you mop it. You mop it on.
Oh, wow, that would be much easier.
Oh yeah, it was. It went in. At my studio's got like 8 coats on the floor. The rest of the house has got 5.
I don't remember what we used. I do remember we painted it on with a brush.
Yes, and it was, you had to sand in between every. You had to sand in between every coat. I can pretty much guarantee that. Oh, she just muted herself, so I'll have to wait till she comes back. Besides, I gotta walk to the dining room again.
Yes, we did have to sand between coats, and we only did 3 coats because we couldn't do anymore. And it's not like it was our house. We were just renting it. We were just trying to make it livable.
This stuff that Jeff uses, if you let it dry and can walk on it within just a few hours, and if you put the next coat down within 24 hours, you don't have to sand in between.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Oh, it is amazing. And I had to special order it to get it for this floor, but it was worth it.
Okay. No, I'm just gonna. Well, I wanted to actually do some pieces that actually get kind of finished instead of only doing
backgrounds.
So.
My girlfriend's son redo her kitchen and bath. Both turned out beautifully. Oh, that's awesome. Maybe I think it is well worth the elbow grease. Yeah, it's always worth the elbow grease. Um, it's just that uh, this particular house, the woman had allowed her dogs to ruin the hardwood floor, so it was a tough fix. He's done 3 floors in 3 different houses. The house we had in Nebraska, I did most of the sanding because he was at work. So, but that was cottonwood on the floor, which was really interesting, instead of oak and pine upstairs. And those floors were gorgeous when we got them done, but they were a lot harder to sand, but they weren't in that bad of shape. The sanding was harder on the sander, but the floor was in better condition or something. I can't explain really what it was, but it was that kind of thing. Need to bring painter, gosh, but taking everything out will be a torture. Yes, uh-huh. Um, when my mom and Jeff's dad are gone, we will probably move from here. This is not where we really wanted to come back to. So that's one of those things that, okay. That one looks like fun to paint on. No, yeah. We are going to make this one like that. And no, that didn't, that didn't do the same. Nope.
Sorry, y'all.
It's okay, hon.
I'm having a lot of sinus trouble, and so always got gunk running down my throat, which is making me cough, and even more than my normal.
Well, and the cold weather probably is not helping.
Yeah, and the paint.
And the
That's
paint.
all contributing.
Yeah. I was trying to make butterflies, but I didn't make very good butterflies, just so y'all know. They don't look like butterflies. They look like big blobs. So we'll do something with them, but where's my stack?
This batch, I'm gonna put under something heavy till tomorrow night. Maybe they'll be flatter to jelly print with. The other ones I'll play on.
Well, Riri, thank you, but I think it was just one of those necessity things that we did. I think that's what you're talking about. After the last 3 weeks, though, with Jeff's dad in the camper, we're about ready to kill ourselves. I told you what he did, right?
With the camper?
Yeah.
No.
With his camper? Oh.
I mean, I know he had a wreck, but I thought that was in his car.
Yeah, that was in his car. He told the car. He didn't take the camper out. He just got impatient, and Harry told him to leave it alone, and he would take care of it. And Dad didn't want to wait, and he hooked the battery cables up wrong.
Oh dear.
Oh yeah. And now it's stuck where it's at because you can't you can't get a wrecker in to get it because it's shoved in this little tiny hole beside the house. Jeff spent 3 weeks trying to find a wrecker company that would be willing to try to pull it out of there because it has to be pulled out flat. You can't lift it up.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah. It just was one of those, 90-year-old man moments.
Okay.
No, we've been on him for about 3 years to give it to Perry, which is Jeff's brother. He finally decided to do that. He wouldn't even let Perry use it beforehand. And when he decided to do that, then he got real impatient for Perry to come get it right now. Well, it wouldn't start, so Perry had gone, got new batteries, and there was 2 cables hanging there, and Perry just said, I'm not sure which cable to hook up, so I've got to go home and read the book and do this and that. And Dad decided he knew what he was doing, and he's burned up the computer in it. Oh. They don't look too bad. There you go, Lisa. With bodies and antenna, they will look okay. Bodies and antenna, okay. They're going to look okay. All right. I'm working on them. They're fictional butterflies, just so y'all know. They're not real butterflies. They're abstract.
Abstract butterflies.
Yeah, there you go. They're abstract butterflies.
Okay. Oh, that one's still very wet.
Yeah, Susan. The problem with that is, then the house will get. There's not enough clearance to even open the cupboards on it. It's very interesting. So, but you're right. Actually, I think Jeff's got somebody that thinks he can do it. They were supposed to call him today and they didn't. But if they're busy, they're they're supposed to look at it to see. Okay, does that look like a butterfly? It's abstract.
They're very cute. They're abstract
butterflies.
They're very cute.
They're definitely abstract butterflies. Riri, I'm sure he does. Yeah. He also fell in the yard the other day and couldn't get up. So while he was here Thanksgiving, we had a discussion about a call button like Mom wears.
Yeah. I'm sure he didn't want to hear that, but I'm sure he needed to.
Yeah, well, he said, well, I had my phone in my pocket. I said, yep. I said, but in the house, you don't walk around with your phone in your pocket. And I said, and in the shower, you don't have your phone in your pocket. And I put a hook outside the shower. Mom's got 2 call buttons. One's on a wrist thing and one's on a necklace. So the one on the wrist thing hangs at one end of the shower. And then she has a hook on the other end to hang her necklace. So if she were to fall in the shower, then she could reach hopefully one of them. And Riri, yeah, I think he's going to. He said he would look into it because he already has a security system, and Mom's is tied to a security system. So, Susan, The other problem is that because of what's happened to it, the brakes don't work. So it's not going to be. It's one of those things that it's not going to be a fun thing. So I don't think I'm putting any in the middle. I think we're done. Okay. There. What do we think? I kind
I
of like it. I think
like
it came out pretty cute.
it. Looks happy.
Yes, that's right, Susan. The car, the chassis, the doors, yep, all that stuff needs to stay attached right now. Jeff's dad is using a cane, and my mom is using a cane, but after today, I may tell her that she needs the walker next time we go out. And Riri, I would do that, except that we've been going to move Mom. I would do an upgrade to Mom's house, but we've been going to move her, and so there's no real reason to do upgrades on her house. The problem was then COVID hit, and I can't move her right now. Yeah, they may be weird butterflies, but I like them.
I like them too.
Okay. Okay, I think we'll just do this one with bubble wrap. I think we will bubble wrap this one because we got to use up some paint over there. Uh-oh, stuck to my bubble wrap. Okay, so now I think we need some circles. We're going to just put green circles on there.
Sorry, I'm trying to spread out my paint so I have something on here because I don't want those colors anymore. So I have to do something with it.
Well, that's true, Susan. And I have to say that I've been very lucky that Jeff can do a lot of these things that when I want something, I'm getting another garden bed. I wanted shelves for the spare bedroom so I can bring some plants in. The issue with the fence he's been working on since Sally took out 7 trees, and we're only going to have to call in a specialist for the for like 4 of the trees that are going to have to be dealt with, but then we're getting a specialist to prune back some stuff too. What's going on?
I don't know. I missed it.
Dana, are they in bad shape? Just learned my nephew has it too.
Oh, her niece and family have COVID.
Oh dear.
Oh, honey, I'm
dear.
sorry.
I'm very sorry. How is your family that had it right before Thanksgiving, Lisa?
I haven't actually heard from them, so I'm assuming they're okay. But
Okay.
I haven't asked my mom. They're not. They're Daryl's family, so
yeah, and they're
my best friend. It's her uncle.
Yeah.
But I haven't kept in touch with them.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, they're not near you either, so it's
no,
not like.
well, they're not terribly far away. They're in Lubbock, but when they come to visit mom. They don't come to visit me. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
okay. But the other family we had did fine, and I have a good friend whose son and his wife got it, and she said they got very, very sick very quickly, and then they got well just as fast. But so I was grateful to hear that they're okay.
Mhm.
But we will be praying. Dropping off food at the door. Yeah, well, that's the best things that you
Mhm.
can do.
Yeah. Well, we've now lost 3 family members in the last month and a half.
I'm sorry.
Well, they were none of them well, but COVID did all 3 of them in. So,
Yeah.
um, so nursing homes are not a great place to be when you have something like this. This is okay. It's better in person than it is on the screen, but
It needs some little pink flowers inside some of the circles.
okay. Well, it's going to have to wait and come back for that.
And I don't know that it really does. It just sounds like it would be pretty in there.
Yes, and I think that'll be cute. Just put some flowers in there. It's just that it's too
Soggy?
wet to too wet. No, it's too wet to do anything to.
Yeah.
Oh dear, Dana. Mhm. Thank you, Riri. It wasn't unexpected. It was just,
Hard. It's hard.
yeah, it's just hard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um okay, this is kind of cool too with it's just green and black slime, but it's got pictures underneath it. So the green and black slime is, and
Covering that
tomorrow,
up.
yeah, tomorrow I will paint it with something, you know. So. Green, it looked green and blue. Um, that it was not. It was green and it was actually kind of green and black, but um, I had wanted to do like take the credit card and make it go and make little lines, but that was not what was happening. And I need another palette piece. See, these pages are just big book papers. Excuse me, I apologize. Oh goodness. We're gonna put that paint up and get some other stuff out. Oh my goodness. There's this one. Maybe.
Oh.
Oh, what, hon?
I just dropped this in my paint. Of course, on the side
Oh,
where you hold it, not the side where you use it.
yeah. You kind of need a baby wipe.
Yeah, gotta clean it up.
I would agree, Susan. Yep. Paper. Oh dear. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about people sometimes.
You know, you would think by now
Yeah.
people would get it.
Mm-hmm. You would think.
I mean, it's
Okay.
different if you don't have any symptoms. You know, it's a little bit more understandable, but when you have a fever, that's always a sign you should stay home. Forever and
Yeah.
ever it's been a sign. It's not That's not a new thing, you know. Mm.
This is what I was wanting to do earlier, and the paint was not working. This craft paint works much better to do this.
Oh,
Oops.
yes, I totally forgot about that. That's a great plan.
Well, you want liquidy paint. That's the thing. You do not want anything that's got very much body to it. It just works so much better with liquidy paint.
Yeah.
That's right, Susan. It's just not that big of a deal. Mascara not going through an amputation. Oh. That was probably a wise decision, Dana. Oh, come on now. I need a couple more lines here. We need there. Okay. Come on. Get back up there. I think one time we need just some random stuff happening. Somebody's pencil got, carried away. There we go. Kind of like that. Just funky. You can play tic-tac-toe on this one now.
There you go.
There you go. Hi, Angie. We did not realize you were here, and I apologize for not saying hello.
Hi, Angie. We're glad you're here.
And yeah, Okay, so that one is going to get a similar, maybe not the same, but similar. I think we'll do some little. No, I like the little straight lines better. Okay. So we'll just go back to doing the straight lines. Okay, come on. Paint, 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 paint. Okay.
She's been lurking. Okay. Well, we're glad
We're
you
glad
chimed
you're
in and let us
here.
know you're here.
Mm-hmm. That paper's got a lot. I don't know that you can see it. There's flowers up in there. It's got a lot of different layer stuff on it.
Yeah, I can't really see the flowers, but
Yeah, that's why it just wasn't quite done because of, it's got a lot of layers, but it just didn't say, Tanya, I'm done with it. I'm finished. It said, I need to be played with.
do some more, do some more.
Yeah, talk to me. And then I went to put all those papers on the dining room table and forgot I had been sorting papers on the dining room table. So I had these huge piles all over. And so I had to move them to just lay out a few papers. Now, I have to tell you that I have my dining room table actually covered up because I've been putting those rust-dyed papers on the dining room table to get dry.
Well, those are important.
Yeah. Well, the last batch is not as pretty. I don't know. I did another batch after I did the flip
Yeah.
um and the I don't know, the plant, I just got plants around the yard and they just were not as exciting as some of the stuff I got out at the river.
Oh, yeah.
There wasn't as much variety of shape. I used tomato leaves work real well. They're cool. But some of the weeds I grabbed just weren't as exciting as some of the other stuff. So
Right. Well, pretty much
okay.
everything here is dead unless you got some. Well, I got some rosemary I could probably use, but
Yeah, but rosemary's got awful tiny leaf.
yeah, it'd be
It's
like almost like working with your pine needles, except
yeah. Now the pine needles were really cool. I'd like to do a
they
bunch
were.
of
They
pine.
turned out great.
I'd like to do a bunch of pine needles. So that one will do. Oh, Dana, I don't know why they just don't think. I don't know. I mean, we're so used to wearing the masks. I'm going to just do that on my palette paper, and then I can just lay the next color down, and maybe it will look different when okay, this is just going to need some lovely stenciling.
My son's just the opposite, Dana. I can't go anywhere without him saying, "Did you wear a mask? Are you going to wear a mask? Don't forget to wear a mask." I'm like, "Honey, I wear it everywhere I go."
Yep.
Everywhere I go. Did you wear a mask, Mom? Tell me you're going to wear a mask. I'm going to wear a mask. I'm going to wear a mask.
Yeah. Well, did you go get your um what you call it, shot to play with your rusty stuff?
Oh, well, I was going to,
Uh-huh.
but the one I wanted the one without the pertussis in it,
No, yeah.
and they no longer do those.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
they're on the list, but they don't have any of them, and they don't expect to get any in.
Okay. Excuse me just a minute. Hi, Laura. And I didn't realize you were here either, and we're really glad you're here. Um, I did rusty eco-dyed papers. Let me see if I can get you my channel and the link. Just a minute here. Okay. Okay, Lisa, it might come up with volume, so yeah, it did. Okay, so there we go. Now I need this. You got to open like 4 tabs to get a link, but I'll be right there in just a minute. Um,
Well, it's worth it to share those yummy papers.
okay. Right, flip through. That's the one I need. Okay. Okay, so I just posted the link to the flip through, but I will get you the link to where I actually did them to I did a very very weak how to. Uh, yeah, that's this one. It's kind of like how I did it. This is how I did it.
Well, your how-to made it seem much more doable than others I've seen. Um,
I
so I'm
think
glad to
Holly's
see it.
I think Holly's leaving. Bye, hun.
Bye bye, Holly. Have a good night.
Okay. Um uh okay, Laura, so the first video that I posted was a flip through of the second and third batches that I did, and the first video was kind of like a how I did it video. It's the big thing is to have someplace outside because it makes a bubbly, nasty mess. I mean, it just does. So, you, you know, as long as you have someplace where you can do it outside. Now, I know Rosemary does it on her grill. I did not want that mess on my grill, and was all right anyways because I wanted. I built a rocket
You need
stove kind of.
an excuse to build your rocket stove.
That's I needed an excuse to build my rocket stove, and a rocket stove is just it's a small fire that creates a lot of heat. Okay, and we have all kinds of twigs and stuff. And actually, the last fire, maybe the last two fires, I was using pieces of the pallets that Jeffrey's cutting up to make my garden bed. They're pieces he's not going to use. So rather than putting them in the trash, I was burning them. You know, they're just pine. So, you know, it was,
Yeah,
anyways.
I have stuff I could burn. It's so dry here. We ain't
Yeah,
burning anything outside. I mean, Darren uses a smoker, but it's all contained. It's
right.
the
Hmm.
wind can't grab an ember and burn down your neighbor's house. So
I'm looking for a good color to go to. I'm going to put these big numbers on here. And I'm just looking for a good color to do that with. And I'm going to have to go get my tea fairy because he hasn't come to find out if I need tea
okay,
in just a minute here because, you know, I kind of need tea.
you do. You need some tea.
Yeah. Yeah, I will watch it. Yeah. Um and when you see the rocket stove, the rocket stoves are all over YouTube. Okay? All over YouTube. There's 500 million YouTube videos on how to build a rocket stove. Mine is cinder blocks. And um, when uh, what do you call it? When I went to get the cinder blocks, I got just what they were telling me in the things. Well, Jeff went back and got me two more, and we raised it up a little bit. It just makes it easier on my back to feed the bloody thing. So, because you do need to boil them for a good solid hour. So that's one of the drawbacks. Okay, I'm going to move some painty paper and ask the man to get me tea.
Sharon, I'm going to try and see if I can. Am I out of focus for everybody?
Little bit. It's there. It's back. I think better. There you go. I think that it's just moving a little bit, Lisa. There. What it's doing is pixelating all of a sudden.
Did that help it?
No, I think it made it worse.
Well, that's the only thing I know to do. So,
Okay, can you move your camera? Oh, how much? There you go. I think it's good right now. There you go. It might be the lack of light. I don't know.
I don't know either. We'll just hope it stays okay.
Okay. I'm going to move some papers and I'm going to ask Jeff to come get me tea.
Alrighty.
Because I keep running out of space. I didn't move enough of them in the first place. Honey, could you come get me some tea?
You talking to me?
Yeah. Tea. Could you come get me some tea?
Oh, thanks, Susan. Y'all, I hate to stop you from talking about this, but that is one of those hot topics that we all are entitled to our own opinion on. And I have big issues with vaccines too. I will not get the COVID vaccine. I'm going to say that right now. So I want you to know that I'm not saying this because some of you are talking about not wanting the vaccines. I'm saying this because I don't want YouTube to go nuts on us for talking about it. So they will. So I think that's something we don't need to talk about here.
Good. Showing those and then
No, they're wet.
Sorry.
you're not on still?
Yes, I'm on. I don't have enough room tonight because they don't dry fast enough.
Oh, you're making them and then.
Yeah, we're painting. No more blurry. Riri said no more blurry.
Good. I'm glad.
Okay. So we're going to try for this purple and see. I'm afraid the purple's not going to show up. So I don't know what I'm going to use. Purple's not going to show up.
Amen, Barbara. Okay. This is a really messy thing here.
Yeah, but it's kind of cool. I like it.
Uh,
It just needs, yes, that flower maybe.
yeah, that's what I was going to say. I think I'm just going to put some flowers all over it or some bits of flowers.
Okay, now when I can't figure out what color I want to put on something, that's really bad.
That's when you know you're tired.
Well, we're going to try this color, but we'll
Or
see.
you're not really in love with the paper. One or the other.
Oh, well, we were going to try this color, but I don't know if I can get this open. Oh. Oh, we're definitely not getting that open tonight. Sharon said green. Yeah, I don't know on that pink. It's more pink than you think, Sharon.
More pink than you think.
Yeah, it's more pink than you think. Nope, don't like that. Like this color, just don't like it on there.
Okay, we'll take that away and add something else to it later.
Maybe this green. Dana's making snowmen from quartz.
Cool.
I'm going to try this really super dark green. I think that might be good. It's very piney.
I don't know why I'm doing this. I was going to use this as a paper drop, and instead I'm putting yellow paint all over it. But
Oh,
I need to
okay.
use this yellow paint for something. So okay, we'll put that one aside.
Okay. You are the man. Thank you. Will you pick up a couple of those pieces of paper and take them to the table for me as you go back? Doesn't matter which ones, just if you can get down there. Oh, you should see them, guys. They're wet, hon. You can't stack them. There you go. Thank you. You better take something. Yeah, and I don't know about your leg, but the back of your leg's got a knot in it. When I came home, he was climbing up on the oak stump that fell in the neighbor's backyard. He was climbing up on it and cutting the roots off so he's trying to get our fence put back. So I think he might have overdone it a little today.
Yeah, well, that's easy to do, especially when you're determined to get something done.
Oh, those little lids, got to put Vaseline around the threads. Yep. Okay. How about that green?
Oh, I like that green. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's
Yeah.
pretty.
Yeah. It's gonna. I didn't want to use the light green and this green is pretty good. Cork with a wood ball for a head, hat made of buttons and a scarf. How cute! Dana, are you in either Lisa or my Facebook group? You could post that. It would be adorable to see. I'd love to see it.
I
See
would
them.
love to see it too.
Does my hubby shake their side of the painting papers? No, he just figures that it's my weirdness. He just, he's figures, okay, he doesn't understand why. That much I'll tell you. He never understands why. But he usually just says, yeah, oh well. He looks at my books and goes, oh, this is cool. But he doesn't understand why.
Yeah.
So. And that's when I tell him that just, just because like like you like to carve something or build something or put 500 million bird feeders on the pole. You find the reaction is funny. Yeah. Riri wants that stamp. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I really like this one. It's Chunky Stamps Maple Leaf.
Chunky Stamps Maple Leaf.
But it's from 1998, so I found it at the thrift store.
I have no idea, Susan. I really don't. Okay, let's see here. What I really like about this number stamp is that they aren't in order. They might be a little bit in order, but then they have some out of order, which that I kind of like.
Go back. what we want because I need to use up this green stuff. So we'll just put some of these leaves on there too.
$19.98 is before art foamies. Okay.
Well, this is Chunky Stamps. It says 1998, Backstreet Incorporated, made in China.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'm surprised it's still actually even on there. But when I got it, it had never been used. When I found it at the thrift store, whoever put it in the thrift store had never used it. So.
That's kind of like the braid that I bought at the last garage sales shopping event that Jeff and I went to.
Yeah.
I said, well, you know, I really love this, but I just don't know how I'm going to use it. And he said, oh, don't worry about it. He says, we're just going to put it in our garage sale later.
There you go.
That's what I said. It's like, okay, all right, okay. Oh,
so
well,
I
got that down on that paper too. So let's put some letters on there. Let's find the letters and put some letters on there too. Because, you know, if we're going to have graffiti on the wall, we might as well make sure that there's all kinds. Yeah. If you go to, an Amazon ad. Okay, what? Oh, hi, Joy. Honey, Joy's here. She says, I have to use caps, I guess. Hi, Tanya, McGuire, and Lisa, my eclectic life. And what's
it's already gone. I didn't even see her. Hi, Joy. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Have you planned a vacation around a craft festival? Dana, I used to do art shows. So it wasn't vacation, it was work trips, but I've planned many around festivals because we were there. Now, not since COVID hit, but you know.
Hannah and I took a vacation to a wool festival about 4 years ago, and we planned her graduation trip to be another wool festival, but we couldn't go because of COVID, so we just went and hid in the mountains instead.
Which was pretty fun, wasn't it?
It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun, and she said it was exactly what she needed, and it was exactly what I needed, just to get away from crazy for a while. So.
Mm-hmm. And I did go to my sister's in New York one year because the Sheep and Wool Festival was going to be that particular time of the year. Of course, it's a good time of year to go anyways because the Sheep and Wool Festival is in the fall.
Yeah.
But I was working, I worked several art shows and a bead show on the way to my sister's too. So, okay. That one makes me happy. Very graffiti, full of graffiti.
I love it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and I now have enough room to put some of these down. Well, yay! Then I can get a drink.
There you go.
Oh, yeah, the Sisters Oregon Quilt Show. That would be a fun one to go to. Scrapbook Stamp Expo. Oh, there used to be a really nice one of those in Wisconsin, in Madison, Wisconsin. She used to do scrapbook. It was more of a stamp expo, and it was some scrapbooking, but it's mostly art and stamp expo. And then she also did a bead show a different time of the year. in Madison, and I have never been to the stamping one, but I used to do the bead show every fall. Okay, I'm making inroads on this pile of papers, which makes me very happy. And I haven't decided if I'm going to touch this one. I don't know. This one may just
I
have
like
to.
it.
Yeah, they like that. I've got a couple like that. See this one? They may just stay the way they are because, I like them. I can't remember what I was painting, but I was painting off the edge of, it might have been when I was painting boxes. And I just had these down as my papers, and I was painting off the edge with a brush. And
yeah.
So, okay. Oh, he says you have 1 hour. Well, then I rush and spend more money. Oh, Jeff also likes to go to art shows. So unless it's something he really doesn't like, he'll wander around. That is the Disabled Artist Group. Joy, these, we're going to send these to Jean so that she can put them in kits and things like that. That's really pretty, Lisa.
I like it. I think it looks like something now instead of just a mess.
Susan said on Etsy, under the name Daughters and Deeds, there is a set of 4 stamps with that same leaf.
Cool. Okay, I gotta hang this up somewhere.
I'm wondering. Oh, maybe I'll try this. And I think we're going for this blue. I think. Okay. I've got a messy over here. I have to see about getting a little jelly plate, even if it's just one of the those, what is the ones that so many people don't like.
Yeah, the gel press.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I got at Hobby Lobby. I'm pretty sure it was gel press. And it's fine. I'm not having any, I mean, I've used it and I've enjoyed it. But I did have issues with one back years ago. My first one I bought, I didn't know the difference, and I ordered it off of Amazon, and it came and it had holes all in it, and it was gross. And it was one of those third-party sellers. It wasn't Amazon that sold it, so I couldn't do anything about it, which upset me.
Yeah. What's going on? Oh, that's Coolidge. Okay. Coolidge. Okay. Set of 7 total, not 4. Okay. She's talking about the stamps. Carve one of those stamps during she might have to carve one of those stamps during Carve December. Carve. There it is with 6 others for $4. It's okay. Oh, thanks, Barbara. Yeah, but I think, like Lisa said, Hobby Lobby has those. What are you, those gel press ones? And a lot of people like the gel press ones. So
Well,
it's
this
not
little 5x7 one I've got works great. I can't really
Yeah.
tell much difference between it and the Jelly Arts one. And after hearing what trouble Jamie's having, I'm,
Yeah, that's it.
you know,
And the thing of it is and for what I want it for, I'm sure it would be fine. Because what I want it for is to put ink or paint on to like put my stamp into.
yeah,
You know, so
yeah.
so I think it would probably be fine. My hands are getting nasty again. They're on eBay too, but the postage is more than the stamp. Oh, yeah, sometimes that happens. Okay, come on. I know there's paint in there. Now I got a huge blob of paint over there. I like the red and yellow with this blue.
Yeah, that's really pretty.
Okay, but I got to get enough.
Should I add flowers to this or should I put these on it?
Let me see. I almost think you should put some dots on it instead of either one.
Some dots. Okay.
Yeah, like around the
inside the spiral or outside the spiral?
on the outside the spiral probably.
Alrighty.
And just a few here and there, you know, not everywhere.
And what color?
Well, I'm having trouble telling what color the spirals are tonight.
Well, they're kind of that color.
Turquoise,
it's a greenish.
Green turquoisey color.
Yeah.
Okay, I would say something lighter. Oh, how about some copper?
Well, that was what I was sitting here thinking. I was going, well, I got these two. One is copper and one is a lime green. Festive green, they call it.
The festive green might be very cool.
Yeah. We may do, I'm going to do, maybe I'll do a few circles with the copper and then do some dots with the festive green. But I need a small circle thing.
Yeah, I think, yeah. Do you have a pencil or the back end of your paintbrush?
Well, yeah, but I was going to make dots with that.
Oh, I'm sorry. My brain is, I'm doing 6 things at once, I guess.
Well, I was just thinking about making some circles and some dots.
Oh, okay.
But Barbara says plum.
And
that would be pretty too.
Yes, it would be pretty.
But I don't know that I have a real plum. I have eggplant. And I have purple iris.
Do you have
if I mixed one of them with berry cobbler, that might be plum.
Yeah. And Angie said, do you have an empty bottle top? Because that would make a nice circle.
That would make a nice circle. I'm going to
I've changed the green to the metallic green. Yes, she's going to use the metallic green.
Let's see.
And Barbara wants to know if you're going to put it alongside or on top.
I was actually going to do the circles kind of overlapping a little bit and the dots alongside.
And Barbara wants to know which purple you already have on that page.
It's actually neither one of these. I just ran out of the one that I have on there. And I don't know the name of it because I threw it away. Okay. I have 50 million circle making things and I can't find
any of them, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then what I'm looking for are those curlers that Becky sent me in Happy Mail. Because I have a whole bunch of different sizes of those.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I have this. I think that'll work.
Oh, yeah, that'll work. Mm-hmm. Don't know what it is, but I know that it'll work just fine.
It's just part of a tube.
A tube.
Yep.
All right. A tube.
Okay, I'm going to do the circles in copper and the dots in the green.
Okay.
And the copper's really not showing up very much.
The eggplant might be closest. Big pencil in, dots alongside.
Now, I do like to do this first so I could let the dots go right over the top of these circles.
Uh-huh.
If it happens to be in the place, where I'm wanting them.
It must be getting colder outside.
I'm amazed at how not well this is working.
Oh dear. It's just going to be one of those nights, I guess.
And I've used it to make circles dozens of times. It always makes great circles. Mm-hmm. But I always use it on the chili plate. So
yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, I've got a tickle. Oh. Snowed here today. Unusual for North Alabama. Teresa said she was getting snow earlier. I apologize. Excuse me. Thank you, Angie. Oh my goodness.
Okay, this is going to have to sit a little while before we do the dots. Oh, so where do I lay it? Right there.
I'm talking to you and you can't hear what I'm saying. Thank you, Angie. Riri says she loved that one.
Good. Thanks, Riri. I needed some confirmation. Let's see if we can get copper centers to these flowers while I've got copper sitting there.
It's amazing what a little bit of stamping will do. I'm happy now.
Yay.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's not, of course, you're not going to use it like that. You're going to tear it up and use it in pieces. And anyway, so, yeah. Okay. Lisa, can you hold it up for us to see it better? I think she meant the last one.
Okay, I'll hold it up. Just a second. This is this one with the copper dots.
Mm-hmm.
That's what that one looks like.
Thanks, Barbara and Susan.
Tiny flower stamp.
What did you say?
Said I have a little tiny flower stamp somewhere if I can find it. Okay, well that's not a tiny one, but it is much smaller than these other ones.
This one's just getting stuff on it to make another layer before I do something else. Because it just was sad, sad, sad. It was just
sad, sad, sad.
Sad, sad, sad. It was sad. So,
okay.
But I have sort of a plan. I'm just making a layer here. Sort of a plan.
Oh, I like it okay. Joy, I just think it still needs something.
That one's neat. I haven't decided if it's done or not. It's kind of cool looking. Just like it is.
Okay, see, now I think this one's done.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty. Mm-hmm. I think it's going to get left just like that. I kind of like it. Ah, there comes some heat.
If I like it enough, I'm going to go ahead and do it on this one too. It doesn't show up as much on this one because this one has a little bit of copper in the background already.
In the background, yeah. Mm-hmm. But that one's kind of cool. I'm going to leave it.
Okay, I missed it. Which one?
This one. I was just stamping off my what paint I had left in the foamy stamps. I was just stamping them. And
I like it.
I kind of like it.
Yeah, I do. I like it just like that. I agree.
Don't put too much on it. It'll be covered up by collaging. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I agree with Joy. Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm getting there and getting there.
So this one looks like. Can't really see those. You can see them more in person than you can on the camera, but.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I'm liking that. I'm really liking that. So I'm going to be boring and just keep going on this one too, since it's a leaf one too.
Okay. Yes, it is amazing how art appears when you least expect it. Because I was just kind of like cleaning my stamps off and thought I would put another something on top of that, and it just came out. I really liked it. So.
That one almost looks like it. What do you call those things where they only show up at one angle and then?
Oh, Oh, I know what you're talking about, but I can't remember what they're called.
Anyway, I like it. Hi, Suzanne. I'm glad you're here.
She's been lurking.
Okay. Lurking's fine.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see what we want to do here.
I think that's enough. Just want to add a little something extra.
Yeah, it's that something that you always have to be trying to figure out. Angie says you can't get in trouble. You're lurking. Thank you, Sharon. And that's true. You can't get in trouble lurking. Mm-mm. I can, but you know. Okay, that I just kind of yeah. That's just ugly. Just ugly. That's okay. Yep. Just ugly. Okay. That was sad. That was sad. Let's put
Okay, let's come back here and do our green dots. I'm a little worried that the green may not show up after the copper acted. But I'm going to try it anyway.
Okay.
We might add some more dots of a different color if we don't like the green.
There you go. If I come on tomorrow and this stuff is still on my hands, you'll all forgive me, right? I don't know why it just now. Usually, paint will come off, when I wash my hair.
Yeah.
But the way that my hands have been taking the ink lately, it's really weird kind of thing. Okay, I'm happy now. I wasn't happy before, but now I'm kind of I'm happy.
Yeah, that added a lot.
Yeah, looks pretty good. Now I'm settled. Sharon, we plan on donating a bunch of these to Jean and Care for the DAFI stuff that they do. That was our plan. I don't know that she planned on selling them. They were more for kits and stuff to go in kits that Jean's got. I need an art sponge. You mean to wash my hands or to scrub myself with? Sharon, the big problem has been not so much paint, but the ink I've been using is in my fingernails, and nothing I have used will take it out. I've tried fingernail polish remover. That came out pretty, Lisa. The green dots don't show up much on camera, but I bet you they make it.
Yeah, they look really cute on the.
I got a rag. I was just wiping them up a little bit.
I'm gonna go ahead and add a few more, even though each one of those swirls has some, just because I think it needs a few more.
Oh, to scrub my hands. Yeah, I have a scrubby brush too, but usually, you know, that'll come off. It's the ink that hasn't been coming off that really.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to see if we can. Yeah. Let's see. Now that's got to have a little more on it. Okay, let's see what that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. I like that. That's kind of cool. Maybe put some lotion or cream on your hands. Vaseline. That would probably be a good idea, Joy. As much as I've scrubbed my hands lately, they're very dry, and it's like they're constantly dry. Well, Sharon, I don't do bleach, so they'll just have to stay ugly. But they make this stuff called like liquid gloves or something like that, and I started to get some today, but it was just really pricey, and I thought, yeah, I'm not going to worry about it. I will just leave them this way. Okay, believe it or not, I really like this page already, and it's nothing fancy. Barb Owens uses it. I have extremely, yeah. I mean, I use what do you call it? Cetaphil on my hands at night. And it's supposed to be like a face cream. That's what I use on my hands.
I have this.
Yes, gloves in a bottle. That was what I tried today, and I'm just wondering, baking soda and vinegar. I'm just wondering if it would.
I guess
help.
it might still work. I have only thought to actually put it on one time, and I've had it for like 3 years.
But if it's under your nails, like you said, good hair washing. Yeah, and that's what several people have said. But the ink that was on my thumbnails and under my fingernails, the ink that I had in the archival ink, half a dozen hair washings has not taken it out. We tried StazOn ink pad remover. I've tried fingernail polish. You know, so I just decided I'd cut my fingernails all the other day, and I'm just not going to worry about them. If they're ugly, they're ugly, and people will just have to live with it. Baking soda and vinegar is what I usually clean with. So I even scrubbed the bathtub the other day, and I used OxyClean stuff, and it didn't clean it up. So, okay, let's see. I want these. Yeah, that's what I want. Really? Yeah, I'm going to need all green for this one. Oh, I've got an idea. We're just going to get all the ink off of this. This piece of book page that I'm using over here is going to have a ton of paint on it. I'm going to have to get a new piece pretty soon. Okay. Ah! Uh-oh. Yes, they meant permanent. They use for ink on Sharon uses bleach water. Yeah. Bleach doesn't like me.
It doesn't me either. I can't even have it in the house.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't believe I have any.
I caught my paper.
Oh, well, you caught it. That's what matters.
Yeah, I
You
caught it.
You caught it.
Oh dear.
That's really what matters, is that you caught it.
That's what I'm telling myself.
Okay. The archival. But I was inking everything in a whole book. This stuff. I was using red geranium and then using coffee. And between the two, I had it. Now it came off of my hands. It just stained my nails real bad. And, you know, it's permanent. So, it's all right. Yeah, it works really well. I'm like, okay. Makes me happy on my book pages, but you guys just have to look at really ugly fingernails, that's all. So, now, that one came out pretty cool too. Needs one
Oh yeah, I
more.
like that.
Uh-huh. What's the base, you mean, of this paper? It was just some roll-off paper or do you mean what kind? It's just copy paper. And it was just a partially printed piece. That's the thing. I was going through pages to get some out for Jean and realized that I had a whole bunch of papers that were only, that weren't finished. So, see, it was just copy paper. And it's actually copy paper that had a boo-boo on it because I was trying to print my 2018 calendars, and you have to print them on both sides. And thank you, Sharon. Dirty nails do not affect my artwork. That's true. Oh, the archival inks. Well, they're permanent waterproof. I don't know what the base is in the archivals, but they're acid-free, permanent, waterproof. They are not what is that? What is the stays on? Yeah, that's how old this piece of paper was. Riri. Solvent. They're not solvent based. That's one of the things. I know they're not solvent based. But I tried solvent cleaner. Yeah, it was, it was just in my stash of painty papers that were half done. Oh, but I'm getting kind of tired, Lisa.
I am too. I was just fixing to say, I was fixing to say we need to get off at 9.
And it's 9:05. So
Yeah, it's already past that. So
yeah, and we will be back on tomorrow at 2 on my channel, and we're going to jelly plate tomorrow. Contact them. Oh, Angie, that's a good idea. I need to contact them anyways because I can't find a re-inker for one of my pads. So, and they'll know who would have it. So, but yeah, and I can't really do a what do you call that,
a flip
a show
through.
and tell. I can't do a show and tell because they're too wet.
Okay, tell you what we do.
What?
First thing tomorrow.
Oh yes, that sounds like a plan. First thing
We'll
tomorrow.
show and tell today's paper. So if you want to see, you need to be there at the beginning.
Yes, coffee spraying, rice paper, and thicker Japanese spraying is very effective. Oh, that'd be cool, Suzanne. So, but yes, Angie, that's a good idea. And part of it is that my fingernails are so dry. You know, if I go out anywhere, I use hand sanitizer, which I don't normally do because I don't like hand sanitizer. But if I'm in the store and I come out, I use the hand sanitizer, and at
And
home
it dries them out bad. It really
dries
does.
them out bad. And
Yeah.
at home, I wash my hands all the time. Now, I've always done that. They've always been dry. But right now, my fingernails are really dry. So,
Well, hi, Laura. I'm sorry. I didn't notice you were here before right now, but I'm glad you're here, and we'll be glad to see you tomorrow. We'll be on Tanya's channel tomorrow.
yes, we will be on my channel tomorrow at 2. And we're going to jelly plate tomorrow, but we will do show and tell because they should all be dry and we can stack them up. And we'll do show and tell before we leave, before we start. So, because I'm pretty pleased. I mean, I've got some yucky backgrounds like, this one. But as far as the rest of them, I've got quite a few that have got, I accomplished a lot with this pile of paper, so that makes me
Thank you, Susan.
Mm-hmm.
Thank all of you for coming. Y'all have a blessed night and sleep well, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.